Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another video, man. I took a loss again, as you can see. Was kind of disappointed in myself, but I'm detached from the outcome, and I'm just learning at this point because it's a huge learning curve and a huge psychological switch from from paper trading to live accounts. So yeah, man. Enjoy the video, bro. Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another video, man. As you know, took another L today and learned a really important lesson that I already learned before, but we need to repeat it, bro. We gotta repeat it because I did the same mistake again. I did this mistake again. Need to learn from this. This is a really important lesson right here. So, uh, the first stock I was looking at was CMCT, which had the best setup. This had the best setup right here. This is a setup I 100% would have taken, and it would have been a perfect win right here. This right here, holy shit, it's a perfect trade. This right here is a setup I would take, and I would have sold here, gotten a nice win, and this was the right setup today. This was the only right setup today, which I can see. No other setups. This, I would have lost on this because my take profit would have been up here, but uh, probably would have sold after seeing these top wicks and all of this resistance at 220, 520 right here. But this was the right stock to trade, which was my original thought. This was the original thought. So, uh, but I took a trade on SXTP. This had made a big move in pre-market, so that already lowers the possibility of it like continue going higher. It made a, I don't know how big of a move it made, but was up like 170%, 75% from when it opened. But it started rallying up immediately, and I started looking at it here. I didn't take this trade. I didn't like it. Started moving back down, and I was looking for a reversal move. This looked really good to me, but I knew 750 it's finding resistance. I see this here finding a lot of resistance at 750, and I'm just waiting for it to like make like a okay move. And I wanted it to break 750 for me to consider a trade. And it's finding resistance at every psychological number. At 750 it's finding resistance. At $8 it's finding resistance. Perfectly at 8. So basically my thought process was, saw this move up. This looked really good. It's finding resistance here at 860 and it's dumping. I don't like the top wick, but I was like, okay, this could play out. This could play out up to uh, 200 EMA, or I was like, okay, let's not be too greedy with 200 EMA. Let's just take $9. So uh, when I see this, I'm like, okay, it's making a reversal move again. Like here, it's making a reversal move. It's finding now support on 750 instead of resistance, and I see that it's on the way back up, and it's doing like a reversal move. And this candle, low volume selling, and it's just like staying there. I thought this was amazing. So, but the problem is I didn't have this in place. I didn't have this line, and I didn't realize it's finding clear resistance here at $8. You see the resistance. As soon as it reaches $8, it sells off. It's not breaking $8. It's not doing anything. And when I see this just dump immediately after going up, I should have sold immediately, but I just held the trade. I just held the trade. Why? I was too focused on the outcome of the trade. I was like, since I've been on a losing streak, I was thinking, okay, this needs to be a win. But that's such a bad mindset to have, and that's what I'm gonna talk about. So basically, I took took a bad trade I wouldn't have taken if I was on paper trading. If I was on my paper trading account, I would have seen this and be like, oh, it's clearly finding resistance at $8. I shouldn't get in here. I should wait for this to at least break and maybe continue going higher. Uh, and I should have just stuck to CMCT and waited for this setup right here. That would have been the best outcome, but I can't change the outcome now. Can only uh, learn from my mistakes. So that's what we're gonna do now. This was a picture perfect A plus setup, bro. This is like beautiful to see. Like that makes me really happy to see that setups like this are actually coming. And yeah, so because it's been really demotivating this month, I haven't taken a single win the whole of January. I'm being 100% transparent with you, and it's been really hard and demotivating. And I'm gonna be honest about that. So, but I'm not being like, oh, I hate myself. Oh, why am I so stupid? All of this. Why am I be? Why can't I win? All of this. No, I'm taking a step back, taking a breather. That's why I'm making this video so late. So I'm already detached from the outcome of today. So the only thing I can do today is do right now is analyze today's performance and see where I did wrong. So let's go through the notes. I lost minus 4.5% or 213 kroner loss. That's like 20 bucks. It's not that big of a deal. It's a loss I learned from. I paid 213 for this lesson to learn this lesson again. So uh, daily rating was a 7 out of 10 because I had the right bias at the start. I had the right bias at the start, and emotional control was 6.5 out of 10 because I feel like I should give myself a 7, but I'm giving myself a 6.5 because I didn't revenge trade. I didn't revenge trade. I just accepted it. I was like, okay, I made a big mistake. Do not trade again. Just analyze this, and I think that's a really good strong point. So I broke one rule, and the rule broken is entering only A plus setups. So it wasn't an A plus setup. Trades taken was 1. This loss was my fault completely. Not an A plus setup. I quote unquote forced the trade kind of. I didn't see the problem with the trade before I already had executed. The problem was that it was clearly finding strong resistance at $8 and lowers my probability drastically. So why did I take this trade? Because the idea of making money. I've been on a losing streak and is subconsciously thinking that if I take a trade now, it needs to be a win, which is a dangerous mindset to have. I handled the loss pretty well, but I need to prevent this from happening again. So what is my lesson from this loss? The lesson from this loss is to prevent this from happening is to always check myself before entering a trade. Ask myself, is this finding resistance at a psychological number? Uh, and I realize it's also the fact I'm constantly looking to trade, which is a problem. I will start focusing on looking for reasons to not trade, even if one simple thing is off. No trade day. Take it serious. And this was a good. I was good at this at the start of January. I didn't force trades here. I didn't force trades. No trade day. No trade day. No trade day. No trade day. I took a loss. Then I took a no trade day, and then I was like, okay, last week it was I took a loss. It's okay. Uh, no trade day, no trade day, no trade day. Took a loss. Then I was like, shit, I keep losing. Why do I keep losing? And then I revenge traded. Then I revenge traded here for the first time in so long. And then I was like, okay. And then I traded every single day when it's obviously not good conditions to trade because I was like subconsciously being like I need to make back the losses. I need to make back the losses, which is a bad mindset to have. I need to be only focused on the process, just like as I was in the start. In the start I was really good psychologically because I hadn't taken a loss yet. When it's real money involved, it's a real big psychological switch, and I was aware of this before switching back. Uh, but it's just like a canon event, bro. You gotta go through this to actually become profitable, bro. Like this is like lessons you have to go through and experiences you have to go through before realizing it. Because it was so easy on paper trading. It was so easy. Okay, no trade day. Fine, that's no problem. But now I was like looking for reasons to trade. That's the biggest problem. Because I had lost money earlier in the week, and I was like, okay, I need to make it back. And that's a bad mindset to have. You need to be process focused, not outcome focused. You need to be fully in the zone. You gotta be like, okay, yeah, I see that it's finding resistance here. I'm not gonna take the trade. Even though it kind of looks like a good setup if this wasn't $8. If this right here wasn't $8, it would have been a good trade. It would have been a really good trade actually. That's a good that's a A plus setup if this wasn't $8 right here. But because of that fact, it ruins everything basically. And this candle right here, I should have just like after this candle I should have just stopped taking it serious. Like and no, this candle, you see the problem with this candle, bro. It went up super high, up to 825. You see, psychological number again. These psychological numbers are everywhere in the stock market, especially. It doesn't really have that in futures or options or anything like that. Like these psychological numbers are really big if you trade stocks. Really big. Uh, so yeah, man. Uh, I had this on the watch list, but I never looked at it, bro. It just dumped immediately. So the right trade today was this. This was 100% the correct trade to take if I just had been stayed patient. It would have been a yeah, yeah. Yeah, holy shit. I would have taken this trade, bro. I would have taken exactly this trade right here. Sold 852. 1 cent below pre-market high. You see it's finding resistance pre-market high and dumping. I would have gotten the this is a picture perfect trade. And I wouldn't have taken this trade because when I when I was looking at this, I was looking at this and market open, I was like, okay, I needed to be up 10%. It's up 10% right here, but that's really close to $5. So, and I know $5 is probably going to be resistance. I want this to break $5 before I consider an entry. And if I take this line right here at $5, I wouldn't have taken this trade. I think lining this out would is gonna be really beneficial for me. Lining these things out because when I'm with real money, I don't really like. I used to be like hyper aware of these numbers, and I still am kind of aware of these numbers, but not as much. So I wouldn't have taken this trade. Waited for this. This pulled back. Now it's going up again. Really good. I'm taking that trade and I'm winning. Like that would have been the best outcome. But I can't really change anything about that. But now, like I see in front of me, that's gonna be just stay patient, bro. It's so easy. Just stay patient. Don't force things. Just because the stock started running now doesn't mean you should change what you were originally thinking. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.